everyone, we are up to video 5 in our Fancy Flowers series. This one's really interesting. I've actually been really looking forward to having a go at this one. Let's have a look. The sort of base of it looks like some sort of, I'm not sure really. I can't describe it. I've seen plants like this, but then we've got like a sort of palm tree thing going on. I'm also trying to work out whether these are leaves or petals. Does it matter? I don't really want leaves coming out of the top, but they really look like leaf shape. So is it just a plant and no flower in it? Is it all leaves? I think I'm going to have a go. Let me think. I'm going to start at the bottom, work my way up. Down here, I am going to use the Prussian green. You'll see how my plan unfolds. Sounds like some sort of exciting mystery. So I'm going to put my Prussian green down here in the bottom, layering it up quite a lot, and then slowly reducing the amount of colour as I go towards the tip of this leaf, I want to say, like this. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same on the rest of them. Goodness, there's a lot of noise in here. My husband has moved the rat scarer into here, and it's it basically fires off a very high pitched noise that I can't hear, and also does something with the electric, apparently. I don't really understand how it all works, which makes things very uncomfortable for the rats and other rodents in the cavity wall, which is what we've got at the moment. And when we got these before and used one, it made them very upset and they moved around loads and then disappeared. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen this time. But he's only just done it, so there's a lot of movement, so agitated sort of movement, which is the idea, to sort of scare them away really. I'm now going to use my henna brown. I wanted a sort of reddish brown to do the tips with, which is what I'm going to do here. And then just spread the colour back down. Now, blending these two colours is quite tricky because they're quite dissimilar, but it doesn't have to be a perfect blend because we aren't trying to make a perfect sort of mix from one colour to the other. So if you just put more colour here on the tip and then slowly reduce the amount you're doing as you go towards the base of your plant, you'll get the effect that I think we need. But what I'm going to do is get another colour and just mix the two together really. So there are two. Now what am I going to do? What did I use? Prussian green, let me see. I am going to use the leaf green light. I think it might work. And bear with me, check first if it works. I think it will. It's quite a bright light colour, but I think if I use it between the two, so not right on the tip and not right on the base, but in that sort of in-betweeny area, yeah. That's working. There we go. I like that now. I think that's the sort of mixing together a little bit. I think that's working well. It looks to me like a sort of base of a tuba. That's what I was thinking. Now this stem bit I'm going to do almost looks like a tree trunk. I was tempted to do it brown and then I thought actually no, because I think that's a little bit weird. So I'm going to do it in a I could do it in the earth green. It is a slight brownish green. I think I will. Just going to go with my instinct, earth green. Now Johanna's drawn it so that it looks a little bit, there's lines at the bottom, and what I think she's trying to show us is that it needs to be a little bit darker down here and lighter towards the top area. So that's how I'm going to colour it. So I'm going to put more layers of colour down here and then less as I go up, like that. It doesn't look that greeny. If I think it looks too brown, I might go over it with a green, but I'm going to persevere with this and see how it works, really. I think it might work, but as you can see, although it's called earth green, it is quite a brownish tone. So we'll just work our way slowly up this stem. I've been sorting out some Christmas colouring today. It will be, yeah, I found a few things, so that's rather nice. I made up my mind on a few things I'm going to do. I've been really umming and ahhing over Christmas colouring. I think it's because I'm just so keen to colour in this book. But I've decided I'll do some videos from this book alongside Christmas colouring. What I'm going to do is I am going to go over this in the leaf green light. Obviously we used it down here, and I think it's just going to add a bit more of a green hint to this look. Well, I'm just going to do that all over. I'm not pushing down too hard, just adding a lightish layer just to give it a green hint. It also burnishes that bit at the top where we can see some white paper through. There we go. Now this bit, we could do these three look like petals, but these look like leaves. I'm going to keep with my sort of greeny thought, trying to make it look just like it's only only leaves, even though I've called this fancy flowers as if there's flowers. There's another one or two I can see here which actually don't look like they've got flowers, but it doesn't matter. Are we going to use, I think I'm going to use a similar green for these. So I'm grabbing my Prussian green again, and I'm going to do these 4 little ones here with this. So again, down here on the base, this is going to be deeper, more layered up, and then less towards this tip here. The same with this one. It's quite a small area. I might have to sharpen in a minute and just go back over and fill in sort of bits that I've missed. I think I will. Oh, excuse me, sniffing. I think it's that time of year, isn't it, where we're all a bit sniffy. I haven't had any symptoms like that. I had vertigo. My family were like, have you got earache? Have you got a cold? No. My dad was asking because apparently he's had a cold. I'm wondering whether to do these petly ones in this henna brown. I am going to. It might end up looking very, very strange, but hey, it's a risk I'm willing to take. I'll see what it looks like. We can always add other colours. The good thing with colouring is, if it all goes terribly wrong, there are a few things that you can do to sort it out. I'm going to use the leaf green light on the tips. You can add other colours on top and keep adding colours a little bit until it looks like you want it to look. You can colour it over with a pen. You can just shut the book. I have heard of people tearing the pages out, but I think that's a bit extreme. But yeah, Right, now we have these leaves here. Oh, I've gone all gruff, sorry. I'm going to use the earth green for the beginnings of those, but just like the little stem, I need to sharpen it. And then just the stem and the very base of the leaf. Sorry, I don't know where my voice has gone. And then just, oh, that's better. There's a frog there. Like that. And then we'll use our other greens as well. I'm sort of hesitant to bring in a new colour because I think the colours we've got are working okay together, and if we keep adding in new ones I think it can get to be a bit of a mishmash. So I think it's good to try not to use too many. But I am going to grab now the Prussian green, and I'm going to start at the base of the leaf here. So I'm going to leave this stem in the browner colour, and I'm going to start this here quite lightly and then fade it towards the tip. We might end up using all the colours in this, but I don't think we will. Like that. We're going to add more colour, so don't worry about making it really, really even and really, really neat. Just going to keep persevering. Makes it sound like it's a chore. Certainly isn't. My mind's a bit distracted still by the rat noises in the ceiling. Fortunately, at least they're in the cavity wall. It'd be a nightmare if they weren't. This is leaf green light. My sister said I need to get a cat, but I was like, how are they going to catch them? They're in the wall. She said that when she had mice in one of her houses, she said her cat managed to catch quite a few, but she said there were loads. But hers were in her attic space. I don't know how the cat got in there to catch them, or maybe they managed to get into the house, I don't know. Ugh. But no, we haven't got any gaps like that, fortunately. And just colour it through. It's just a nuisance more than anything else in here, because at least it's not keeping me awake at night like when they were above the bedroom. I'm going to use a bit of the henna brown just to do the tips. Just a very small amount. And then I'm going to actually go back. Oops, my pencils are jumping around on the desk. I'm going to go back over again with the leaf green light, give it a bit of a sharpen. I just want to, I'm going to brush off the page first actually. It's getting a bit bitty, I can't see. Just to try and bring it all together, burnish it, blend it, all those things. I feel like when I'm doing a smaller picture, I often have a bit more patience for adding a few more layers of colour. If I'm doing a larger one, especially towards the end, I usually make the mistake, or maybe it's a mistake, I don't know. I look at the big picture. Let's say this one next to here, we've got this rabbit here and stuff, and I'll find the bit that I like the best and I'll colour that first, and then maybe another bit I next like, etc. And then I end up leaving the bits that I don't like or I don't know what to do with until the end, and then I probably end up rushing those bits. But anyway, right, let's have a little look. I feel like on this stem I want these bits to be even darker than they are, so I'm just going to put an extra bit of colour. This is the earth green that we used on it anyway. I'm just going to feel like I want to put a little bit more at the bottom. I have to, can't speak. You don't have to do this bit. Yours might look fine. You might have put a darker layer down anyway. I just feel like And then between these, I'm going to grab the Prussian green and just do a little bit more here. All the way through. There's a few bits of white paper, you see, that I can see. Yeah. Right, I think I will leave that one there. Excuse the pun. So it's a bit of a weird looking plant, but I quite like the combination of colours. If you could buy a plant like that, would you buy one? I'm not sure I would. Anyway, thank you for watching today. Hope that you have a really super day. Please do like, subscribe and comment. Thank you very much and happy colouring.